Hey, how y'all doing? Well, it's getting there. Still gotta, like I said, still gotta make a hanger for this water line here and make sure there's no air in that. Well, I think we're good. But yeah, still gotta make a little hanger back for that, do a couple tidying ups on some stuff. And this doesn't touch, but it's real close, so don't freak out on that. And yes, I know this belt's fraying. It's because it's too wide for these pulleys, and it's the only one I got that would fit. I don't have money for new belts and stuff. This belt here is pretty worn out too. That's one that was on the old racing mower, and it six-sided itself, ran upside down somehow. So I don't know how long that'll actually last, but for right now it works. And there's no idler in that, and it's just tight. I rolled it on there with the starter. Had a pulley failure, and wow, look at the zoom on this camera. Holy crap. Not bad at all. Had a pulley failure, like the cast aluminum pulleys always do. So I'm running off of the factory engine pulley to that pulley, which is pretty much a 1-to-1 ratio. Just slightly, I don't know, it's slightly a little bit bigger on the engine side than it is this side. I don't know what size pulleys either one of them are really. I just know they're, I need this one bigger than that one a little bit. Not a lot, but that's not enough because I got to run this engine. It sounds like a lot because I mean that needs to turn 3600, and there's pretty much hardly any overdrive in between them, so this pretty much got to run 3600. It don't like it, so I got to get a different pulley for the motor, or I may just leave it like this. Hell, I don't know. It was happy in the golf cart running like that, but it didn't really have a load on it. And I haven't put a load on this yet because I haven't strapped down the battery, and I just pretty much fired it up to make sure everything was kind of do what it was supposed to, and then I shut it right off. Well, you seen it the other night. I started it up on video for the first time, and then today I had it running for a minute. With trying different belts and stuff. I don't even know where they all went. There's a couple of them still in here. I was trying different belts and stuff on it, like used belts, that I got laying around. Finally found one that fits just right. Couldn't exactly get it on there without, I'd use the starter to get it on there, I ain't gonna lie. But anyway, I'll show you what it all says. If you got headphones on, just don't. Just turn it down right now because this thing's noisy. It's a diesel. And until it warms up, it's loud. And I did actually label the switches this time. But yeah, here's the cool part. Seems to be reverberating through the floor a lot, so I'm going to have to come up with some kind of cushion to set that frame on because it's just rattling the shit out of my floor. Sorry, I'm not supposed to be cussing. It's kind of loud. If we walk out here, the exhaust tank. Got the antifreeze reservoir, water reservoir, radiators, and oh wow, trying to suck my hose shut. Yeah, I had an old hole saw that didn't like to cut holes. It liked to cut ovals. This thing's loud. Let me shut it off so I can talk. Wow, see, I told you it was loud. And that's the ground side, so yeah, I know that's touching. It's okay. I am rattling the nuts off of it though. The bolt, I probably better do something about that. I'll do that here in a minute when I got two hands. But yeah, it works. That generator's not very balanced. It's got a little vibration to it. But it ain't bad. So definitely, like, the engine by itself without the belt on it runs smooth as heck. It doesn't make that vibration through the floor. Hook that generator to it, all of a sudden everything's vibrating. So I'm saying that's not balanced real well, or it could be the pulley I got on it doesn't like to turn 3600 RPM. That's made for a blower, which the motor runs at, what was it, 1800 RPM or something. So that wouldn't be turning very fast. It's got like a 2 or 3 inch on the motor, then that one on the blower. See, that's not made to spin that fast. That might be the pulley. And it takes a bolt to tighten down the keyway. Not a oh, it's light hitting it through that hole right there. It's like, man, it's got a shiny spot on it. That's a bolt, not a set screw. So I think if I had like a little set screw in there, it would help bounce it out a little bit. But yeah, I'm saying that's partly the pulley. I'm going to find out because I'm going to have to do something about that. I don't know. I'm going to probably put it on like rubber or some kind of cushion. I don't know. I obviously didn't plan on lifting it off the ground and putting it on anything. You know, because I can't just lift it without changing the exhaust. And just, oh, that's like nothing. That just holds that hose out of that, and it's wrapped in a rubber hose, wrapped in duct tape. Then the metal goes around it, and then it's taped to keep it from vibrating. So it ain't like it's going to wear through the hose. Everybody's so damn critical on these things anymore, private messaging me and stuff. Like, oh, that's not going to work. You got to do this different. You got to do that different. No, I'll do it the way I want. Get over it. Till you're paying my bills. I'm paying for the stuff that, you know, you think I'm going to tear up or whatever. I'm going to do it how I want to do it. But yeah, so this setup does work. It does make power. I haven't put a load on it yet. But, you know, I got to do a few things, like make a strap for the battery and clean up around it and stuff some insulation under it or something. I don't know. That's a problem. That floor's loud. I'm thinking maybe carpet under it or something would help a bunch. Ooh, new project. Anyway. Yeah, it works. So there's your update video on the generator for today. It's kind of sad looking with the droopy hoses, but I don't have money to buy radiator hoses and the right shit I need. I actually didn't spend anything on building this besides a generator head. So yeah, this is all like used crap that I had laying around, including the hoses. So it works, but it ain't pretty. One day I would like to have, like, you know, the actual things that I need, and then hard line it going out, like a short piece of rubber hose and then a hard line and then a short piece of rubber hose to the radiator. I don't know. It's a work in progress. It don't overheat. That's all that matters, right? It looks ugly, but it doesn't overheat. And it's got way more radiator than it actually needs, so that means I need way less fan and way less amperes to run the fan than I would with a smaller radiator having a little fan running non-stop pulling a bunch of power. I got a big radiator, I'm going to have a big fan running real slow, not pulling a lot of power at all. So I think I'm going to run a couple, 3 fans in series, 2 for ventilation, 1 for the radiator. Because this does put out heat, even though it's water cooled. It doesn't get hot. You can lay your hand on things, but it starts to get warm. It's not even warmed up now, 110 degrees. Yeah, check us out. Fire's right up. Oh yeah, I got turned on. That's a success. It makes power. I plugged something into it. I used the tool. It's running off the generator, off the engine. Success. I'll do a load test later and smoke the bell off of it. See y'all soon.